Am I good to go?
You're good to go.
All right. So when we last left off, the Misfits finally attacked the fallen city of Mycelona. After Phalangrim's army breached the gates, you quickly and quietly entered after them. You witnessed the unit in dismay with all their leaders gone, and you saw them retreat, but that they brought you enough time to sneak your way into some of the abandoned alleyways nearby. Your drow friend Soren led you to a marketplace where you snuck up on a Fomorian and dealt with him very quickly. Ulrich, seeing the corpse of the giant as an opportunity, he finally used his dagger's hidden ability to raise the Fomorian back from the dead under his control. Together with your new friend, you snuck your way through the city. Unfortunately, you attracted the attention of some mind flayers nearby, um, and you had to part ways with your pet Fomorian. Ulrich's dagger still currently plunged in the giant's neck.
Oh yeah.
Thorin then led you to the Lucid Keep, which was a sanctum repurposed to be the resurrection grounds of the whispering god Ilsensign. The keep was filled with a green fume that encompassed the base floor. You had to traverse upward and found 8 spires circling around a platform with Illithid deep in concentration atop of each one. You found that pushing them off kind of broke their concentration. As you pushed them, they plummeted into the green fumes below you and died. Their souls were the final sacrifices to raise Ilsenside from a long sleep. You fought the god and prevailed as Randall landed the killing bolt as you started to lose your minds the longer the fight went on. We continue just moments after Ilsenstein's physical husk falls limp. The giant's giant's flailing tentacles around her now, all curled and dried. The rich purple is now a dull gray. Her body now protrudes a green ooze that slowly drips off the edge of the platform. And as you look down now, you see that the mist below is completely gone. Your mind's still fuzzy after being so close to such an evil being, but the madness that riddled your minds is now gone, and you feel yourself freed from the grasp of insanity. The majority of your allies are still on the floor unconscious as you see Talia, Faria, and Bran sprawled across the platform.
Can I go to stabilize someone?
Sure. Who do you go up to? There's 3 people.
I rush up to Fran, so.
I'll heal all 3 of them.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Alright, so you heal them all, and they get back up, and you guys catch your breaths for a moment. What do you guys want to do?
I'm very exhausted. I'm wondering if maybe we should. I don't know if this is a good place to rest, but I'm a little bit worried to venture forward in our current state.
I think it would be a good opportunity to become allies with all of those dwarves.
Indeed.
If we decide to rest, Lauren, don't you have a place around here?
That I do.
Ah.
If you could
Amongst the
hear
green
someone
fumes?
roll their eyes, you would hear Via's eyes.
So should we rest first and then make friends with the dwarves?
They're probably all in shambles at this point, so we might want to go find them, befriend them, and then
Hopefully they don't kill us.
yeah,
There's also in question the crown of Kronos.
that's
that
another
is-
thing.
Yeah.
It's in this room, right?
Yep, it's above you guys.
As this is happening, I'm just cleaning up Fran's wounds and bandaging both of us as well as I can.
So the crown is just floating, or is it attached to something?
It's on the wall.
Okay, I'm going to cast fly on myself and fly up and grab it.
Okay.
Does it
Alright.
do anything when I take it off the wall?
Nope. The mist is now, the green mist has come and gone. So after Ilsenstein's defeat, you're able to grab the vestments.
Yay! I'm gonna go grab the other stuff like the armor and things like that, and bring them back to the party.
Mhm.
Are we gonna rest here for the
I
night?
think we should
or-
rest.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think we should talk to the dwarves first.
Well, they're probably gonna find out we killed their leaders, right?
I think we should come clean to them.
I think it makes the most sense to go to the dwarves first.
Yeah, because they're probably
Yeah.
in shambles right now, and if we're gonna talk to them, it doesn't matter if we're weakened or not.
How big was the creature that we were fighting?
Ilsenstein?
Yeah.
It was gargantuan, I believe.
Can I cut off a piece of it to show the dwarves that we defeated it? Just like a good arm's length piece of squidward tentacles?
Sure. Yeah. You're able to.
How big is this eye?
Probably the size of a game-size basketball.
Does it have any special colors or patterns?
So what? You remember it being pretty colorful and purple. The skin, anyway, of Ilsenstein, but the eyes were just yellow. But yeah, after her demise, it's kind of the circular shape has kind of deflated, almost, but it still retains its colorful glow.
Like, if you had a vision of Ilsenstein, will you remember the eye color?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I'll see if I can carve out the eye.
Sure. Ulrich, being a ferocious
Monster.
man with large hands, you try as best you can, but you kind of take a little extra skin from around the eye. It's not a pretty sight, but it'll definitely send a message to whoever you show it to. All right. So what are you guys gonna do?
Is there any items on the Ilsenstein's body?
You kind of shuffle around some of the now like oozing, almost. You feel it around in like what solid form she had is now kind of turning into like mush, almost like a gray, dull mush. But you don't really find anything of interest besides maybe several eyes, but other than the vestments, you're not able to find anything.
Okay. For now, I'm just gonna put those vestments and the crown in my bag of holding,
Mhm.
so we don't misplace them.
Okay. So do you guys exit the Lucid Keep?
Shouldn't we grab that crown?
I
Yeah.
have the crown
Finn grabbed it.
Oh, sorry.
in my bag.
So
That's when I flew up and got it.
Yeah, the Crown of Kronos is the armor.
Oh.
Is it like
Like,
plate armor or what
The,
kind of armor?
the studded leather,
Yeah, it's studded leather.
the golden one.
Yeah, it's the one that's
Okay.
like blue and gold.
Is it
and it,
still
like-
like floating around or something like that?
Finn got it.
We're bastards. I got it.
Alright, just make sure.
So that was the only item there, right? That was on the wall.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Okay.
And you guys know that that's what Azrael was after. That's kind of why he sent the dwarven army here.
Well, that's I'm definitely gonna keep it hidden for now.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right. So you guys exit the platform and head back down to the base of the keep. At this point, you begin to hear a faint sound from outside the Lucid Keep. sounds almost like warping metal. Soon after, if you're continuing to exit out the keep, you begin to hear, almost one after the other, what sounds like buildings outside begin to crumble.
Like the whole area is falling apart.
Yep, the city. It seems to be under attack, or you're not really sure of what's happening.
I down a potion.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the rest of you guys doing?
Praying.
Gingerly.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Okay.
Does it feel like an earthquake or something? Like the ground's moving?
The ground isn't shaking, but you hear outside what sounds like buildings falling and just the sound of warping metal, but you're not sure, at least inside the keep, what's happening.
I'll run out.
We're
and
outside,
see where
right?
that-
You're almost outside. If you exit out the keep, then you'll be able to maybe see what's happening.
Yeah, I'm running.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, right when you exit, the keep itself is in the center of Mycelona, and around you, you see buildings begin to plummet as the foundations begin to twist and turn until the entire building crumbles down. You almost see like the domino effect as spires begin to crash into one another, and chaos just sort of ensues afterwards. You notice too that the walls circling around the aisle follow the same pattern. Soon as the walls themselves warp and break and crumble, now you feel the ground begin to shake as the entire kingdom is turning into nothing but rubble and ruin. You remember that from Soren's stories that the entire city was reconstructed with dark iron.
Lord Lemire will say, well, I guess that puts an end to the Spymaster's plans.
Indeed. We still need to kill her, though. We'll find her and make her pay.
Can I see my zombie giant thing anywhere?
As the buildings begin to crumble, you're able to kind of see a somewhat further distance from where you are, but yeah, you're able to see giants. You're not sure if it's yours, but you remember where you came from, and you do see about two giants just standing there. One of them idle, one of them seems to be running towards the Lucid Keep.
We should get out of here.
Hey, idiot! Come here!
Jesus.
You know that it's quite a distance still, even if the city's crumbled. That you're a bit too far for it to hear you. But you begin to hear a faint sound that becomes louder and louder every second. It sounds like suction cups pressing against a surface and being ripped off in rapid succession. Exactly like that. Soon you begin to see mind flayers begin to flood the once empty streets ahead of you. From your view, you know that there's no walls or gates to the Lucid Keep, and nothing stopping the mind flayers from swarming you. What do you guys do?
We need to get out of here.
All right.
So we run.
I run towards the idle giant
Okay.
while calling out to it.
you know that Mycelona's a quite big city, so it could take maybe 10 minutes of running to get there.
Okay.
So it's really up to you guys on how you want to maneuver around and leave.
Does it look like there's any openings leading above ground or no?
Yeah, with the structure of the walls and the buildings crumbling, you find that there's new paths opening every second. But if you guys want to exit towards the gate or exit or run towards the giant to retreat Ulrich's dagger, it's up to you.
So if we don't move, we're gonna get crushed.
Presumably, the keep is seemingly next in terms of what's falling apart.
My character wouldn't be thinking about Ulrich's dagger. I would just
No,
probably
like,
wanna-
is the giant in a direction where it's safe to run to?
Yeah, you can maneuver around. There's many different paths that could lead to the same location as the giant. So I'd say that if you guys are escaping and trying to run out of the city, then you could all make acrobatic checks.
I'm gonna turn into a giant eagle.
All right.
I'm still flying.
Yeah, I will also fly then to make it safer for myself. Can I carry anyone, or do you think it'll be too hard?
Depends on who you want to carry, but I'd say you could carry someone easily.
I think I grabbed 3 people last time, so I'll grab another 3 people.
Okay. Who are you
Okay.
grabbing?
Whoever's closest.
If I saw him turn into an eagle, I would probably start booking it towards Northermere.
Okay, so
Same.
Sky and Lausian hop on Warlemere.
It's your Uber driver.
Uber.
Who else is jumping on?
I can only carry one, right? Assuming I have to hold on to the axe with the other hand. Okay. I'll wait to see who's left then.
So
I'll
far,
likely go to Cornell.
Anyone want
I'll
to jump on my
grab
shoulders?
him. I don't know if Ben can lift anybody.
I have room
Okay.
for one more.
I think Aldred hopped on last spot.
Alright.
So sorry, who's left?
Looks like Thea.
Thea, Randall, Talia, Bran, and Kurdak,
Fucking
and Faria.
Guess we're walking.
And Ulrich.
Who
Guess you'll-
looks
guess
the
you'll not.
most injured?
They were all unconscious, so they healed whatever Laura Lemire was able to heal them by, but they all look very equally wounded.
Um,
Not me though.
Yeah, not Randall.
who has it's Corhill that can take someone?
Yeah.
Do I know if Corhill can carry Bran?
Uh,
I said that. I was gonna go to Cornell.
Oh,
I
Oh.
was likely to go towards Cornell.
okay, so the Eagle spot is still available?
Eagle spot's still available, yeah.
Beautiful. So I quickly shove Bran towards Eagle Lord Amir.
Okay. Make a athletics check.
Everyone who's not riding someone.
Just Thea.
Gotta use my Thea dice.
8 dice.
Yeah, they're fresh out of the oven.
Well, I mean, Brendan did give them to me.
That's definitely baked. That's
I
all Brendan had.
said acrobatics, right?
Athletics.
Oh, athletics. I am less good at that, I think. No, I lied. I'm very good at that. 19.
Okay. Bran got a 22.
Oh,
As you begin to usher Bran onto the Uber ride, he quickly grabs you and pulls you up and jumps off, and then motions to Laura Lemire to fly.
that was hot. Alright.
So anyone who didn't secure, I think it's just Randall and Sky. Or no, Sky's up safe. I think it's just
Me too.
Randall. Oh, and Ulrich. So both of you guys can make acrobatics check.
How far is the closest obvious safe point?
Nowhere in the city would be safe at this point.
So it would be too far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to exit out the city. I'll also roll for Aster.
You must leave the zone.
Yeah, turn it off and on again.
All right, Ulrich, as you begin to run towards the giant containing your dagger, you encounter a number of mind flayers
Oh shit.
along the way. How do you approach the situation?
How far is the giant compared to the mind flayers?
The giant is about maybe 60 feet away at this point.
And the mind flayers?
The mind flayers are maybe 20 feet ahead of you.
Are they in direct path towards the giant?
They are, yeah.
I run through them.
Okay. So as you begin to run through them, the mind flayers are not really expecting this approach, but they ready themselves as well. And as you instinctively close your eyes as you're about to kind of bowling ball through this, through all these mind flayers, you hear this thud, and the ground shakes right next to you, and you see your Fomorian squish about 3 of them underneath him. And as you approach, he says, "Hello, Master."
I quickly jump up and ride the Fomorian while holding onto the dagger and kind of ratatouille control him back towards everyone.
Okay. The rest of you guys, especially those with a aerial view, you look below and you see one of the giant Fomorians, and you see your friend Ulrich kind of saddling him from behind.
I'll shout out, "Oh, Rick, you're crazy! Get off of him! It's not worth it!"
No, he can carry everyone.
You're the chosen one.
The giant responds, "Yeah, I can carry everyone," and it kind of, his voice is so loud that you actually feel a bit of turbulence on your giant eagle from as he yells it across the city.
All right, I'll land on the landing pad, which is his head.
Okay. Ulrich and I guess the party now, you look below and you see mind flayers begin to crawl up the Fomorian, kind of grabbing around his ankles, and they begin to climb up.
Can we try swatting them with our weapons?
Sure. Yeah, make an attack roll.
I swat people now, dude. What are you doing over here, man?
At disadvantage, I'd say. As
Okay. Ooh.
So you begin to swat your, I'm assuming your axe?
No, my sword.
Your sword, right. So you begin to swat your sword around. However, just because of the movement of the Fomorian and you not being proficient at riding Fomorians, you're not able to really... your sword isn't able to find purchase on any of them. and you see them begin to swarm the Fomorian. It's still a giant, so it's able to kind of crush them, and you can hear splatters underneath it. But as they begin to climb on, they now approach around his waist, and you see them begin to stab it repeatedly with their daggers. You hear the Fomorian say, "Oh, I won't make it out of this one."
How many people are on the giant?
Well, your whole party at this point, well, not your whole party, but you see a giant eagle on the head of the Fomorian, with 3 party members on top of that. So quite a lot of weight.
Which is where's the closest safe place we can go to?
You're trying to kind of beeline it straight out the gates. You're not too sure of the side of the city, but where you're at now, you're kind of nearing, maybe about 120 feet away is the gate. But you see now the Fomorian losing its speed as it's being grabbed around the ankles and being slowed down by all these illithids.
I'm gonna start flying again.
Okay.
To the gate!
Okay. I'd say make one more attack roll at disadvantage to try and swipe away whatever illithid you can. There you go.
Oh, well, okay.
So as he begins to burst with the last of the Fomorian's energy, he makes it just enough to exit out the gates, and as you're swatting the illithid off, unfortunately he plummets to one knee and carefully grabs you and pushes you forward. He says, "Good boy." Do you take out the dagger?
I take out the dagger and jump off of him.
He says, "I'll sacrifice my..." And then he just falls limp.
He sacrificed his love.
And the rest you hear this as it hits the ground. As you exit out, you see an abandoned encampment outside the city, where the dwarves formerly were.
Formerly. I'll head towards, as I'm flying, I will head towards that abandoned encampment.
Okay. As you make it there from above, you see the barracks looking completely untouched, but as well as weapon racks kind of scattered, some still holding weapons. They left in a hurry wherever they went.
I guess I'll land at the barracks because that's a familiar spot. Hopefully Lorlemir and Corhill see me land.
I'd say you land around maybe the same. Oh, actually, the giant eagle is really fast, so yeah, you catch up to Lord Lemire and the rest of the party. You all see now from the barracks that the illithid begin to swarm around the encampment.
Oh shit. What's the plan, guys? We're getting surrounded here.
Can we just keep running?
You could, yeah, but you hear a voice beckon from behind your party member, Aster. You hear, "We ready to go back to the surface, mortals?"
Yep.
Is that the dude, the head, the god?
You look to Aster, and she also looks confused, and then she remembers that you have a celestial head currently roped around. Quickly spins around, and you see the head of Oberyn.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Yes, bring us back to the surface.
Where exactly?
Train station.
True.
Belkarth?
Maybe outside of Belkar.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Does it have a range?
I can go anywhere in the Midgard realm.
To the bar.
Is that
Uber has
Hirosha?
arrived.
Can you go to
I-
Hirosha?
Hirosha.
We definitely have to deal with the Spymaster first. Let's do.
Indeed.
Kenosha.
The longer she has that mech.
Yeah, let's do outside of Belkar.
Belkarth. And you see him begin to think as each area is different in terms of the spell. Some of the frontline warriors of the group, you see the Illithid begin to almost catch up. They're about a little under 80 feet away from the barracks now as they begin to swarm around the encampment. You see Oberyn still thinking about the spell.
I yelled over and think faster. They're closing in.
Do any of you happen to have any alcohol left in your water skins?
Oh
I
my
do.
god.
I have
Yeah.
I have a water skin of wine.
Okay. He opens his mouth.
I just dump it all in there.
Okay. It begins to pour out his neck onto Aster.
Yeah.
Hey! That's better. And you hear him begin to speak in his ancient celestial language, and his pupils begin to glow a bright emerald. Roots begin to sprout out of the ground beneath you, and they quickly and wildly wrap around each of you and pull you into a center. As you're harnessed in, you feel yourselves begin to slip away as your physical bodies transition from the Underdark back to the material plane. And suddenly you feel the warmth of the sun for the first time in a while. Your eyes blinded from the sudden sunlight, you reel back in pain until your eyes begin to adjust. And you look around you and you recognize the bramble woods just outside the city of Belkarth.
Phew.
My eyes.
That was close.
That was quick.
What?
We
The
need
trip
to
on my
hide
blind list.
Ember.
So I guess we're not making friends with those dwarves because they're probably all.
Pancakes now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably.
Alright.
If we plan to enter the city, we should find a way to hide Ember.
I think that might be the least of our worries. Since we're enemies of the city, we'll have to hide all of us.
Thea nods.
What time is it right now in regular land?
Unless you have a specific way of telling the time, you're not sure, but the sun looks about in the middle of the sky, so maybe middle of the day.
Is there anything happening in the city?
You're outside still in the forest, so you're not.
Okay.
You see the city in the distance, but
Maybe I say we rest.
Maybe we rest and then we go in under the cover of night.
It's a good idea.
Yes.
I live around
Also-
here too, so yeah, my woods.
I was just curious, Brendan. Maybe I missed something about the sanity points. Do we have to do anything for those? Do they reset, or do I just remove it off my character sheet? Do I still need them?
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, so basically after Ilsenstein
a lot of
died,
questions.
your mind's returned back to normal.
Okay,
So yeah, you
so I
can get,
can, like, I added it to my character sheet, but I can remove it.
yeah, you could remove it.
Like,
I-
Austin's still insane.
I'm gonna look at my wrist. Is the 3 eye tattoo still there?
Yeah, as you pull up your shirt, you still see the eye mark there. However, as it sees the sunlight, you see it slowly fade. And as it fades, you hear the faintest voice, and you hear, "Oh, my child, what we could have done. Now I return to a long slumber, but perhaps our souls will find each other once again."
My bitch.
Roast, not on your life.
Felicia.
I hold my wrist higher to the sun so it burns off the tattoo quicker.
So you raise your wrist up, and the rest of you see Finn aggressively push his wrist to the sun.
Oh.
But you look back, Finn, and your wrist is completely back to normal.
Yay!
All right, so you guys are gonna long rest.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll summon my hut.
Okay. All right, so who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take.
This is daytime, isn't it?
Yep.
It is, yeah.
Is it 1 by 1 or 2s?
Whatever you guys want.
I'll stay as well.
Okay. So
I'll do watch, and I'm also gonna ask to speak with Kurdak.
Sure. Okay, so Lord Lemire, you set up your hut, and you see your party members begin to usher into rest, middle of the day. But it's a bit weird to all of you, but under the circumstances, this is the best time to rest.
Finally seen sunlight.
Yeah. The
Only
rest
to
of
shut
you,
our eyes.
yeah, the rest of you who are on watch get to tan a bit in the sun as you do first watch. You do notice, however, before everyone rests, that Lausian pulls your new dwarven friend Kurdak aside for a moment.
How many can go into the hut again?
9.
Is that... We have 3 extra NPCs with us?
You have a lot. So you have Soren, Kurdak, Faria, Talia, and I think
Ember.
I'm not gonna go in with Ember.
Burn the place down.
Right?
Just gonna poop all over the floor.
Ophelia's lover. Shrakia's lover.
What's that?
Bran, Athea's lover.
That's right. So there's about 5 NPCs. As you pull Kurdak aside, what do you discuss with him?
The road would only get more difficult. You know this.
I do.
Line was but a test.
And there's many more dark terrors out there. And I'm sure you'll stop them.
I'm sure we will, but I want to make sure that you know what's at stake here. You could lose your life in the process. Are you willing to give that up for us?
I lived a long life, boy. I fought many different beasts in this realm and back in the Feywild. I'm not sure what's up ahead, but I think my years of service have come to an end. I'd like a fresh start up in the surface. But if you ever need me, I'll be nearby.
Very well then. As you were. And he's gonna shake Redak's hand.
He shakes back. You're a good man, Lausian. Stay true to that nature.
I will try, although you know things are not always that easy.
I do know. Best of luck out there.
To you as well.
The rest of you see Kurdak begin to leave the encampment around that you've set up around. Lausian returning back a little bit somber, but whoever is on first watch, I think it was Corhill, Randall, and you, Lausian. So if you guys want to make perception checks. All right. The Vitir brothers, as you start to watch,
I must be getting old. I can't see shit.
About maybe 3 hours into your watch, the sun slowly beginning to set. From where you currently are set up, you make out, at least Randall and Lausian, you make out a figure in the distance, just one singular figure, a man that's tall, maybe just over 6 feet, who's very thin. However, he's not facing your direction. He seems to be preoccupied by something.
We determine what he's preoccupied by from what we see.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Don't touch him. Don't bother him.
Nope.
You make the perception. Can you make a perception check?
Another one? No.
Okay. You're not able to discern what exactly they're doing, but you see them knelt down, and they look to be rummaging through something.
You said they're about 6 feet tall, you said?
What's that?
You said they're about 6 feet tall?
About 6 feet, yeah.
I'm assuming I can't determine features like Elvish, anything like that, even.
He's pretty far away, but yeah, you wouldn't really be able to get any specific details like that.
I'd, do a quick spin of my hand, spin of my hand with my index finger up in the air to alert Corhill and Randall and point straight ahead to where he is.
So we don't know what this person is, like, race-wise. We can't tell.
Yeah, you're not able to tell from the distance you're at right now.
Am I able to command my eagle to startle him?
You sure can.
I will do that.
Okay, so you send your eagle forward into the sky. You see even before it's near, as it's hovering above the man, he does look up, and you see your eagle fly down, soaring down, and you kind of lose sight of the eagle temporarily as it flies through all the all the branches, but you see it again, kind of pecking and scratching away at the man, and you see him with a hand axe begin to attack the eagle. Do you have the eagle stats with you?
Don't, but I can pull them out.
I could find them real quick.
Here. You need the AC?
Yeah, he's
12.
12, yeah. So he rolled a natural 17 plus 1, so 18. It's a hit.
Depending on the damage, unless you roll like, even if you have like a plus any kind of modifier, you'll probably kill him.
All right, let's see. He doesn't. He has a plus 1 to his damage, but he rolled a 1. So he did 2 damage,
Eagle's
but
still standing.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say.
nearly
Strong fucking eagle.
nearly kills your eagle. Yeah. So you see him as your eagle begins to rake across the man. You see him retaliate with his axe, and it finds purchase. And you see your eagle as it falls to the ground and begins to limp.
He falls to the ground against the lips, or?
The eagle, yeah.
Eagle.
So he falls to the ground.
At this point, I would ready my bow and start approaching the eagle.
Okay. Are you running over or?
Is it like yeah, I'd probably run over.
Okay. As you begin to run, you see him raise his axe to finish off the job, but as you approach, he quickly whips around and looks at you, and in front of you, you see quite the disheveled half-elven man, maybe in his mid to late 50s. His hair completely grayed, though you see some. You see his hair a bit darker on each side of his head. You see a number of scars on his body, and from your distance, you can make out that he's wearing some good quality leather armor. The colors you recognize to be the colors of the Brotherhood of the Sworn Sky, which is the kind of law enforcement of Belkarth. Though you notice that while the leathers are good quality, that it's taken some damage in recent times. It's not as pristine maybe as it was initially given to him as, but you notice that there's a little bit of gaping holes, some battle wounds on him. He looks to be a survivor.
Don't swing that axe. And it tightened pull the bowstring tighter.
This eagle belonged to you.
Aye, it does.
Then keep better watch of it.
You should watch for your skulking. Someone might think that you're an intruder or have bad intentions.
He kind of looks past you for a moment as Coriel and Randall quickly catch up, and he sees, presumably he's looking at the hut that was set up and the tent that was set up by Thea. You camped out here.
Aye, we did.
And who are you?
And I looked to Corhill with sort of a grin and say, I believe you almost killing my ego. We should be asking you that question first.
Your eagle attacked me. We're out here in the forest. I saw lunch.
Maybe we see the same thing.
Looks like meat's back on the menu.
He raises an eyebrow. Has the city fallen that mad to resort to cannibalism?
Fallen that
Just state your business.
My business. These are the free force. I'm out here hunting. And it's the middle of the day.
And you are concerned with our camp because?
Not concerned. I was checking my traps. And then an eagle attacked me, and now you.
Where are these said traps? Just so then you know we don't accidentally step on them.
It'd be hard to step on. And you look and you see, made from bamboo, these like cages. You see like a bit of a bait and kind of an automatic mechanism that whenever something steps in, it closes.
How big are these? Like, what sort of animal would fit in there?
Something small. You look to what he's caught, and he's caught in a squirrel. To give you an idea.
Okay. I understand. Do you have a residence nearby? Are we intruding?
I live close to the walls of the city. Not intruding per se, just an unusual sight, especially now in old times.
We've been through some stuff, to say the least. It was safer for us to make camp here.
I understand. We've all been through hell and back these past 2 weeks.
Do we know what happened the last 2 weeks in this area?
The last you know, before the Underdark, is the kind of chaos that ensued when the leader of the city was poisoned at their at the wedding.
Are you referring to what happened at the wedding?
City fell to chaos. Sure you know.
No, enlighten me.
You're not from around here.
I'm not.
Odd time to be visiting Belkarth. After a wedding between the Spymaster's son and some young lass from across the sea. First engineer was poisoned.
That's awful.
City fell to chaos shortly after. Been camped out here ever since.
Is it not safe in the city now? For outsiders, that is.
Wouldn't recommend going. Best bet is to go to Tarbeck, just south of here. City's nothing but looters, bandits, and worse.
There's no one in charge anymore. No enforcement.
There is, but they're ruled under any kind of looks around. Even though you're out in the open, he's still unsure if he should be discussing these things, but when the first engineer was poisoned, everyone put the blame on a group of adventurers that the first engineer and the sky captain kept close with. After their disappearance, the Spymaster was in charge of the city. I fought on the battlefield where her husband died. I saw it happen. Suddenly he's back from the dead, and now he's in charge of the Sworn Sky. I thought it a tad suspicious that I left the Brotherhood after 20 years of service. Unsure of where to go now, and you see him grab the cage that he had set up. Anyway, I ought to head back to my lodge.
Are you saying that the Spymaster is no longer here? And that her recently risen husband is in charge?
She's setting up a new council, is all I know. She's still in the city, Sulkire Hold. Albeit with her husband, as well as the new first engineer.
Well, thank you for your time. Is there anything we can offer you?
I'll be fine. But, beware of the woods. A lot of, rumors going around of monsters and all that. Many of the citizens of Belkarth fled the city, so you ought to see a bunch of abandoned homes in there. Something about pixie magic transporting all the citizens en masse into safety. Hope it's true.
Pixie magic.
Pixie, you say?
I wouldn't know the details. I was too busy protecting them. Next I know, they're all being teleported away.
Is he visibly wounded?
What'd you say?
Is he visibly wounded? Anyway.
Other than the scars that have healed since, he doesn't seem to be wounded, besides the new rake marks from your eagle.
Apologies about my friend's bird here. Can be very territorial at times.
Apologies about the bird.
It's all right.
It was a little. I dropped the gun a little bit, to say at least.
It's scary times. Be careful out there. If I was still a man in the Brotherhood, I'd ought to inspect your encampment, but I'll turn a blind eye this time. Misfits. And he begins to walk away.
He calls us the Misfits and then he walks away.
Yeah.
Damn it, I thought I was actually good at deceiving him.
Yes, a group of adventurers.
My charisma of 9 actually showing through here.
I'm going to Corhill and say, yep. Almost had it. So close. Look, he seems well enough. Don't think we'll have anything to worry about with him.
Can we just keep an eye on like which direction he's heading?
Yeah. You see him walking northward towards Belkarth, but a bit suspicious of this. You decide to keep an eye on him for about the rest of your watch, but you see him kind of cut west towards the sea, and you see in the distance a lodge there, so you know him to be telling the truth.
Okay. And what was the name of the city he recommended we stay at?
Tarbeck.
Tarbeck, okay.
Yeah.
Survey.
Have we been there once before?
You have actually passing through to visit the tree Mimi planted.
Yeah, because it sounded familiar.
Can I patch up my bird and send him to watch over that lodge?
Sure.
Alright.
Alright, so with the last about 30 minutes of the watch, you don't see anything else happen, but the sun slowly sets. So who are you waking up for the rest of the watch?
I would probably wake I'm assuming Kurdak went to sleep.
Kurdak left.
Oh, he just okay. I would probably wake up maybe Aldrea. Bless you.
Aldrea, you wake up as the sun is setting from your rest to Lausian, waking you up to take over the watch. Anyone else you guys are waking up?
I mean, my first assumption would just be Thea. My
Okay.
first guess.
So you head to Thea's tent and you see Bran there as well. In waking up Thea, you unintentionally wake up Bran as well, and he kind of sits up.
I stretch and very sleepily give a thumbs up and start.
She's stretching and sleepy in real life as well.
And I make my way out of the tent, unfortunately.
Okay. Bran joins you on this watch, so Aldrea, Thea, roll perception checks.
I'm just over there with his eyes closed.
Ooh. Perception, that's an unnatural 20.
Nice.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a
Natural
natural
20.
20. God damn.
Damn.
You don't even
Hey.
blink for your watch as you're still
4 hours unblinking.
Got some dry ass eyes though. Holy shit.
Wait, was that 4 hours?
yeah, 4
Or
hours.
was that? Oh, okay, that's why. I just seen just enough so that I'm perfect, optimal health.
All right.
Aldrea doesn't blink. Her eyes are dry. They're crusty like SpongeBob's eyes in that one thing.
Get her
Oh,
some
God.
eyes.
Oh god.
Oh god. Yep, that's about right.
Gross. Ah!
It gets worse.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
Oh god.
Yep.
Thanks.
Deleted.
Okay, so with those rolls, Bran also rolled really well.
Okay. Right.
Besides the the wind and the occasional howls of wolves, nothing really happens on this part of the watch. You do notice smoke begin to build from the lodge that I guess Corhill, Lausian, and Randall mentioned in handoff when you took over the watch. You assume that that whoever this man was probably set a fire and started cooking his squirrel.
Yum yum.
Other than that, the rest of the watch is uneventful. However, about a couple hours in, Thea, your mind races for a moment. As around you, the darkened wilds of the Bramblewoods turns to dark waters that are nearly black. As you can hardly see your own limbs, as you swim around idly, the waters appear to be illuminated ever so slightly. And as you look around, you can see the source of this light is coming from well above you. As in the distance, you see a small circular bulb of light that is beaming over like the spotlight.
My little light bulb fish. I naturally would swim upwards towards the light.
Okay.
Is there? Can I feel surface underneath me?
You can't feel the waters and you can't feel the surface, but you feel your weight shift almost like you are underwater, but you can't actually feel the water.
No. Okay. I
Okay.
make my way to the light.
All right. So you swim up to greet the light. However, you notice that your strokes are almost for nothing, as you don't move anywhere. You then see a fierce wave begin to pull you up towards the bulb of light, almost to insert dominance as it moves you instead of you moving yourself.
Okay.
And Elizabeth's suspicions are correct, but Thea, you see you see that this circular bulb is attached to a fish, completely orange,
Yeah.
with a large maw, many spiky teeth, little spiky teeth.
Is it like, does Thea find it cute or is it creepy?
Definitely on the creepy side, especially
Okay.
with that maw. And it looks to you with this kind of ominous glare.
How
It
big is
pulls
it?
you. Sorry.
How big is it?
It's a small, relatively small fish, larger than a guppy, but nowhere near the size of a salmon. Um, but it pulls you to about maybe 7 inches away from its maw.
What color is the light radiating?
Uh, it changes color periodically. You find it started off as kind of a bright white light. It's turning into kind of a fluorescent blue.
It's a gamer fish. I slowly try to stick my hand out to touch its little light bulb with a smile on my face because I think it's kind of cute. Like,
All
it's so ugly and creepy, it's kind of cute.
Okay, it lets you touch it.
I imagine tiny, because it's a fish. I don't know how to pet a fish, but I do my best to try to pet the top of the fish. Give it a good scritch.
As you do touch the circular bulb first, your intention to begin to give this ugly fish some love. As you touch the bulb, the light diminishes into darkness, and you see two pure white beady eyes looking at you now.
I touch it again.
Okay.
Does it turn back on?
It turns back on, though. The blue kind of turns to this dark purple, deep purple.
That's cute. I want to confirm that this changes its color, and I do it again to see if it turns off.
All right, and your test is successful as it returns back to darkness.
Thea giggles and then touches it back.
All right, as you touch it this time, you're expecting the same fish. However, now you see thousands of eyes around you.
Are there many of this kind of fish?
You're not able to see actually, as the light is now gone. Not able to see yourself actually. You're just able to see these eyes surrounding you.
Okay, it's a little creepy. From where I was touching that little light bulb, is it gone now?
You feel around and the fish may have swam away.
Ah. Okay. How close are the eyeballs?
Relatively close, but maybe about 10 feet away from you.
Are they all around or just all in one spot?
You look around and they seem to be circled around you.
Oh. Are the eyes close together? Like,
maybe
like
about,
a pair of eyes, or they are closer together, or are they further apart? I'm trying to gauge the size.
they're further apart. They don't seem to be connected to anything.
No, I meant like the pair of eyes. Are they closer together or are they further apart? Like, I'm trying to gauge what could be the size of this?
They're further apart.
Ah. So like a human size further apart?
If the human was a monstrous size,
Cool. Cool. Are they coming near me?
but it doesn't seem to be approaching you.
Okay. And there's no more light anywhere else?
No more light, yeah.
Do I feel threatened?
It's almost like a calming presence.
Okay.
I'm not scared of this.
I stick my hand out.
The eyes shift from you to, you presume your limbs, but you're not able to see yourself, but they look to you as you reach out to them.
I swim a little closer to them.
All right. As you swim, you don't seem to come any closer. Though you feel the motions, you're not able to move any closer to them.
Can I swim downwards?
You try it, but same
Same deal.
same thing happens. Yeah.
To soothe my curiosity, can I swim upwards?
Same effect.
Okay. In abyssal, I want to look around to the eyes, not speaking to a direct one. You can come closer.
You see them kind of narrow their eyes a bit. And you hear a booming voice. From your first steps into the water, I knew who you were. Your purpose here. A mortal husk, acting as a vessel, carrying such an important soul that would find its way to me. A soul of heroism, a soul of bravery, a soul of anguish. My child, what is it that you desire truly?
Do I recognize this voice?
It's you don't actually recognize the voice, but you do recognize these eyes as the gods, belonging to the god of the one you serve, the drowned god of the sea. However, the voice is unfamiliar, and you remember through your past experiences like this that he was only able to say so much, and these kind of he was only able to say almost in riddles and speaking very vaguely, but now he seems to be speaking in full sentences and with a voice that's a bit more audible.
I Don't answer his question. What is your intent?
His eyes narrow a bit further. Curious.
I smile.
My child, you awakened me, a god, asleep, longer than your race has even existed. I offer you power. I offer you triumph. Do you not understand what that blade is?
What would you have me do with this blade?
You already understand the answer. You've understood it since I gifted it to you, Thea. Every drop of blood, every soul you steal, every soul you send to the bottom of the sea, what do you think happens to them? What do you think happened when the blood you spilled of a fallen god touched my blade?
I look around, and do I still see the eyes?
You still do, yeah.
Yeah. Have you grown stronger?
I've awoken, Thea. Thanks to you. Thanks to many others of heroes, bandits, those who heard my call, those whose destiny followed the tides of my oceans. You heard my voice from a young age. You remember.
I look inquisitively.
Child, you're drawn to the sea. Maybe by the age of 2. You have many questions, as your mind does not remember your early years. I have many answers to these questions, but I am very tired. I've only just awoken. There's much work to be done. The blood of Ilsenstein has finally made me rise. My name is Riothuos.
Never had a name before. Well,
And I
nice
have
to meet
much.
you.
I have much to teach you. But for now, continue your quest. Continue your love, your passions. It amuses me. And I wish to see what you do with my gifts. The gift of power and the gift of life.
I smile back warmly. How do you spell his name?
I'll type it in chat.
Say it again for me.
Riothuos.
I think Marco wrote it right.
Ryu Thermos.
Well, it's okay.
Real thermos.
And you awaken from your daydream, and you learn a new ability.
It's been so long.
It's to keep your food warm for up to 16 hours.
And I sent it on Discord.
It's so I can ensure food safety.
You actually you get snapped out of your concentration, your daydreaming by Soren exiting out of his tent, and he says, "Oh, sorry to scare you. I just had to go relieve myself, and I'll be right back."
Hopefully it's a number 1.
Oh, it's so cool.
I feel like Soren's the only guy that has to pee amongst all the NPCs. It's always
Yeah,
the rest of them are just pissing themselves, dude.
It's a really good ability. Yeah, I know. You can make like chili, and then like the next morning,
What?
Still warm.
Take a shit?
still warm.
amazing.
I feel
Really
like this is
useful
a.
ability.
I really want this to be a secondary thing I can do, not a primary. But
I mean, yeah, you can make soups.
Jeremy, I'm not talking to you. Stop talking. Thea just got a lot cool. Oh, what the fuck? This is the last section.
It's true, yeah.
What a tease.
What a guy.
What a tease,
Wow.
You know, you're gonna have to wait like
7
like
years.
10 sessions.
It's like you finally got your cake, but it's the end of the night and the party's done.
You're gonna have to wait a while.
You have to wait like 2 months to use it.
I was
Yeah.
looking through Surbek's stuff, and I was like, when and why did I collect a giant wooden spoon?
Probably tried to use it as a weapon, to be honest.
I'll be trying to throw it at an enemy or something. Distract
He
you
just,
with your...
he just wanted to be Big Spoon sometime.
Yeah.
I don't think Sorbet can ever be Small Spoon.
I mean, technically, even somebody smaller can be a big spoon.
I mean, it might not be like a.
It's a lot of surface area to cover back there.
They
though.
won't be the physical biggest spoon, but they can be in the big spoon position.
Mm-hmm.
Surbek needs to take on many wives so that way he could be small spoon.
I am back. Soren said.
So, question.
Mhm.
Is this a primary or secondary?
It is a feature for those who fallen, who follow the drowned god. So you don't have to pick. You just
So, so I just. Oh, that's even cooler. Okay. Also, I'm really sad that I don't even get to use this for another like 7 years, but that's fine. It's so cool. It's so cool.
All right.
Oh,
but
ew.
the rest of your the rest of your watch goes uninterrupted, and the moon well above now as night pours in, and you finish your rest. As you all wake up, you can put down a long rest, and it's maybe about 9 at night.
I'm going
I am
to
hungry.
gonna eat a ration
Yeah,
and
I
repair
have
my
a
steel
ration.
defender.
Yeah, later ration.
All right.
Same.
I gave one to Ember as well.
Start chomping.
Ember quickly gulps it all up. You notice too the campfire you have set up, embers kind of helped itself and relieve himself. You see bits of charcoal there around the campfire.
Nice.
It's dookie.
Is there a body of water somewhere?
Not around you, no.
Mm.
All right. As you guys consume your rations, is there anything you wish to discuss before heading into Belcar?
Can I roll a knowledge arcana on the armor to see what its special abilities are?
Sure. I mean, you could have also attuned to it too during the long rest if you wanted to just equip it. It's up to you.
So what kind of armor is that? You said it was studded leather.
Studded leather armor, yeah.
Huh.
It could be cursed.
Yeah, I'm gonna 100% test it out because I'm not gonna trust something that's
Let me try it.
identical. No, I'm gonna roll a knowledge arcana.
Alright. He's pretty much cursed already.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a knowledge arcana to test it to see what abilities or what negative effects it has on the wearer.
I'm gonna touch it with my blade.
Okay.
Why'd
The
you have to say
booming
that
blade.
so creepily?
13.
Okay, so with the help of Thea, roll with advantage.
Yeah, baby.
So wait, so what is it?
Roll again. You're gonna take advantage on it as Thea's helping you.
Ooh, okay. $18.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take that. That is much better.
So you spend the, I guess it would be your morning, but it's kind of getting late at night now. But you spend the first bit of breakfast fiddling around with the armor, and you really can't pinpoint exactly much about it. But as Thea's curiosity grows and she's discussing things with Bran, you see her side eye what you're doing, and she eventually comes over and just pokes her blade against the armor. And both of you are a bit baffled as the blade touches it, almost like an illusion. Suddenly you feel the tips of your fingers once again that were severed by the blade of the drowned god, and you see her hand begin to form again as you wrap your fingers around it.
So it made my blade disappear?
Mm-hmm. You still see the kind of base of the blade, almost like it is an illusion, but you see your hand return, and you can feel it again, and you feel it the warmth that kind of has gone away ever since it was severed.
Huh. Interesting. I'm assuming Ben sees this as well.
Yeah, everyone's able to.
Okay.
Ooh, fancy. So it doesn't look bad. So I'm gonna put the armor on. Hopefully it's not terrible. Hopefully I'm not dead.
April, what's up? Taking this gun, not kidding.
You're gonna turn into Thea's sword.
As this was kind of a group effort to discern what the armor did, I'm going to link it for everybody.
Yay! All the work that I did to figure out what this armor does. Oh, death saving throw advantage.
It does a lot.
Wait, so you have 3 attacks?
Oh my god.
Wait, you get an extra attack from it too?
Everyone's super excited for it.
Well, good thing I didn't wear
Advantage on death saves? That's key.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool.
+1 to AC and saving throws. That's fucking wicked too.
Whoa.
Holy shit! It has legend lore.
Yeah.
That's
has
the
what,
ability
sorry?
I was going to take.
Legend lore?
Yeah, it's a bard ability, so you can like think of something in the past and like you
Yeah,
can,
visions of the past.
yeah.
I like the bonus action, dude. Chrono Break.
You're
Yeah, you keep
basically
looking.
like, do you know how in animes, you take out a katana and you just like swipe a bunch of times and then like an enemy doesn't like fall into pieces until you sheath it? It's basically that.
Pretty much.
That's really cool.
So what I'm hearing is Darren's a new character. No, I'm kidding.
Mhm.
So
Whoa.
if Finn fucks up, no, I'm just gonna play.
Area readings are sick. That's so interesting. Huh.
So it's up to you guys who you want to give it to, but if Finn wants to take it for himself, he's got first dibs.
Well, it's useless for Lorlemir. Well,
I
not-
can't use it either.
Corhill's gonna obviously back down. on that one.
Sin will not take it.
How much does it sell for?
That is how, like,
All right, I'll take it.
I will don the armor since it looks like the majority of the group starts to drop, like not need it.
It would be sick for me, except I can't take advantage of the extra attack. That's the only thing. So, I would say if somebody can use it, like, in full, they should use
I could definitely use it.
it. Yeah,
Same,
vote-
but I feel like Finn is very squishy, so I think it would be more beneficial for him to have the AC.
yeah, he's got no escapes.
Yeah.
If he gets stuck, he's dead.
True.
Yeah, because he can use every aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I like it for my own greed, but it makes more sense for Finn to have it.
Well, I mean that everyone likes it for their own greed. It's not like
They're like they just see dollar signs.
Well, no,
Special item?
not
Gimme,
like I
gimme,
wouldn't
gimme.
sell it. I like the features of it.
Well,
But
the
it makes
yeah.
no sense
Yeah.
for you to have it since you're a little soft
Features.
around the edges.
The features
And
that
in
have
the
my
middle,
wallet.
too.
Also, first comes, first serve. You do get it first.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing about it is the visions of the past.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it would come in handy when you're doing detective work.
Well, and it's Finn, so he's a cop anyway, so it's good.
Extra attack could be very useful if they're bloodied and stuff.
It would also help with song lyrics.
You could, but Finn is a little squishy in the middle, around the edges. You know, he's just squishy everywhere. So you know, it's
Yeah, it's also, I forgot to add it, but it goes without
oh shit. There's
saying
more.
that Chrono Break, you gain it back at every dawn, so every long rest, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's not able to
Wait,
get
there's more.
After every dong.
every dawn.
Order now and save on shipping.
Oh wait, there's more.
All right, so Finn, you equip this armor and it shrinks down to your size. You looking a little bit bright now as the armor radiates this natural like blue aura, and you see these draping vines.
That would have looked so cool in Thea.
It
Thea
looks
thinks
almost,
in her mind.
the armor itself, true to its name, you get this like godly sense almost from it. The ethereal vines that drape in the wind, they come and go, but you have a very heavenly presence now.
Cool.
Okay.
Indeed, this is a cool thing. Thank y'all.
So
Um,
once last season put it on, he's gonna pipe up. I don't mean to rain on your parade or anything, but I hope you understand that you're now Philangrum's enemy number one.
Sure. Whatever you say.
You've got what he wants.
I'll be alright. I got you guys to help me.
Hey, wait, where's Lorlemir?
Corhill would just like look around and be like, "Who said that?"
Limit.
So how do we want to approach going towards the Spymaster?
Cricket.
Mhm.
Great question.
We have an idea of where she is, but
Well, we can't take her in a head-on fight. I think we'll fall down another hole again.
Do you think she thinks that we're dead since we fell down the hole?
Unlikely.
Probably
She's-
not.
Yeah, she
knows we're
seems to
stronger
know
than you.
everything.
At least she doesn't have that mech anymore. Or her weapons.
As we're
No.
talking, I pull out one of my cloths and like use my water skin to remove any kind of blood residue on my body. Considering she knows so much already. I mean, taking her head on might be easiest.
You could psych her out. She knows we're smart. Maybe she won't anticipate a head-on attack. Maybe she'll think that we're smarter than that.
So we play stupid? I don't think that'll work for us.
I think the tricky part here is getting to her, isn't it?
I think that is the main point. Yeah. How do we get to her?
Why don't we let her come to us?
We probably want to get her on her own.
Yeah.
Exactly. We lay a trap. Make it seem like she's got us right where she wants us. And that's it. And then we spring our plan. Whatever the plan may be.
I just don't think she would come on her own. I don't think she's too much of a coward to do that.
She also has her husband now. I feel, if anything, she would be attached to him to the hip.
We can kidnap him.
Could also try killing him in advance.
But then we can't get her on her own. If we kidnap him and tell her to come on her own, that might be the way to do it.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Killing him would incite rage. So her rage could just bring her to us as well.
But likely not alone. She'll probably bring reinforces.
Either way, she won't be coming alone. Even if we do kidnap her husband.
We know how to get to her bedchamber. Maybe we can find a way to go into her bedchamber. And when she comes to her room, that's when we can.
Actually, if we go into her bedchamber and find a lock of hair or a strand of hair or something, I can potentially scry on her to see where she is.
I didn't know you could do that.
There's a lot of things I can do.
Alright, well that's actually a really good idea.
I'm full of them.
Well, debatable.
Should we then maybe get a smaller group to infiltrate her bedchamber to get the lock of hair?
Well, maybe the same group since we've done it before.
Yeah, that's true.
In hindsight, I probably should have grabbed the lock of her hair in advance.
You would have done that if you were smart.
Or creepy.
Actually, were we level 9
Yeah.
back when we did that?
No, you weren't.
Oh, okay, so I didn't have the knowledge. I actually didn't have the knowledge back then. This is a spell that I invented while like after that moment.
Looking
Thea
back
just
now-
doesn't believe him.
Bran says, mm-hmm.
Listen, I trust Lorthamir enough. He's telling the truth, I feel. I sense it.
Perhaps we can use the object or area reading of the Chronos to determine where she is or where her whereabouts would be.
That's another good idea.
We can do that. We do have our items, right?
But it would be immediate vicinity, would it not?
Yes, but we can hopefully pick an area that she discussed where she was going to be today. Like any sort of meeting room in the castle.
So just have Finn walk aimlessly around trying to get an aerial reading?
It's like a metal detector guy on the
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
Dia
find her.
immediately
this-
thinks that she's so happy she doesn't don this armor.
beat. This has been
Oh my god.
finding the Spymaster. All right, so what's the plan?
Well, maybe we do the scrying thing first. Hold on, let me just double check how scrying works before we go through all this trouble. Same.
See, she's a spy master though and very paranoid. I'm paranoid with a hairbrush. She does use scrying herself.
Would you say that we're familiar with the Spymaster?
I
I'd
think
say-
it would be.
I'd say you would be, yeah.
Okay.
I would.
Well, it would be
Also.
me.
Oh.
Okay, so with basically any type of, like, even if we find a fingernail,
Right.
there's a pretty good chance that
I'm gonna remember something, and I'm gonna pull out the Spymaster's bag of holding, and I'm gonna try to think.
Wait,
maybe
don't I have that?
I still got it because I have the night feather on it.
Oh, okay.
Because I got the one that I can fly.
I forgot
close
that we
my eyes.
had that.
I'm gonna close my eye. I'm gonna like maybe think that random chance a lock of her hair fell in the
Hairbrush.
Okay.
Why didn't you just get a hairbrush?
yo. Maybe she's a classy lady. She doesn't keep a hairbrush in a bag of holding.
Yeah, she only drops her hair into it.
She shakes her head inside of it. Maybe she likes to peek in every once in a while and see what's in there.
You think hair and
I
nothing
think
comes
hair. Damn. I think fingernails.
I'll eat these in
No
your
clipper.
Don't know, right?
Think razor.
Which one's manicure? Mani-pedi?
Can I just
Yeah, do
think
fake
of a
nails
hair?
count?
Can I just think of a hairbrush and stick my hand in it?
Okay. After you're like, okay, I'm gonna think of a hair. I'm gonna think of a nail. Thea, a bit frustrated now and ready to go. She rummages
Just her
through,
feminine ways.
and you see her pull out a hairbrush.
Damn you and your feminine thoughts.
Somebody
Curse.
looking for this?
Nope, wrong one. Oh, that's why I put my hairbrush.
And then I give it to Lord Amir.
Yeah, this'll work. I'm gonna rip off all the hair from the hairbrush and toss the hairbrush back.
I also whisper to Bran, what would they do without me?
You see him chuckle a bit, and he squeezes your hand again. I wouldn't like to know.
Alright, so in order for this spell to work, I need everybody to link hands and create a circle around me.
Kumbaya.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Alright, now I need everybody to chant Lord Amir for 10 minutes.
Ooga shaka, ooga shaka.
I could do that. Ready?
Alright, is everybody in the party are
God.
going to say chant Lorlemere
Oh,
in
no.
rhythm for 10 minutes?
No.
Not
No.
10 minutes, but I'll say it once or twice.
All right, that's good enough. Lorlemere will start. None of that is essential. He just wanted everybody to do it. So I'm going to cast for the next 10 minutes, scrying on the Spymaster.
Shark bait.
Okay. You have to remind me. I have to make a wisdom save to see if it goes through, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull. Where do I have her stats? Wisdom save?
Yeah. And it's at minus 15.
Holy
Holy
shit.
fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, why is it at minus 15?
Because I'm familiar with her, and I also have a lock of her hair.
Okay, hold on. Ooh, a 2 plus 1, so 3.
All right, so we probably didn't even need all that stuff, so we're in.
He's really familiar.
But it was fun.
Okay, so you're able to see around her.
Yeah.
So you're able to see she appears to be in a small chamber. You see 3 pews, 3 wooden pews, and an altar ahead of
Church.
her. And there appears to be you can make out that it's some kind of offering, or some kind of symbol. I'm not sure if Lord Lemire is a religious man, but
no, but I am a jack of all trades, so I might have come across that particular knowledge at some point. Maybe if I
sure.
roll.
So roll a religion check. Okay, with the 15, it's common enough God, but you see the Night Mother.
Night Mother.
Additionally, how far can you see around her?
Let me check. On a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet of it for the duration.
Okay. So you're able to see behind her that her son, Bartholomew Greymane, is there, as well as beside her a man in full armor, full plate armor. And he, nearby the pew is a axe. And from the kind of eye slits in his helmet, you see 2 pure red pupils. And as you scry, you see her head perk up, as I believe that she knows that she's being scryed on.
Hammer for you, bitch.
And you hear a voice coming from the soldier beside her, and you hear him, "What's wrong, my?
What's wrong? What?
What's wrong, my love?" And Miriam chuckles, "Nothing. Don't worry about it." And she continues praying. With the 10-foot range, you're able to see that wherever she is, it's smaller than a typical church. So you can rule out that she's in the temple where the wedding happened.
Okay, I think that the sensor is within 10 feet of the target, but I can see and hear as though it was me there. So I can see as far as like Lord Lemire would see if he was standing there.
Yeah, then you'd be able to see that she's you're able to, because you were there before, this is Solkire Hold.
Okay, where is that? Where is that again?
It's in Belkarth.
Oh, okay.
It's the castle you snuck into.
Oh, okay. Alright, at the end of the 10 minutes, I would pull out. She's in the church
There's
in
a joke
Belkar.
somewhere in there.
I pulled out just in time, and I say, "There's a she's in the church in there, in the castle."
We should hurry.
Well, let's
in
go
case she
say hi.
decides to change her spots.
She's praying and doing something, and her husband and son are there.
Of course.
Dan, remind me for the last battle,
Mm-hmm.
who were the people that went down?
Bran, Faria, and Talia.
Talia. None of our misfits?
Randall went down. Corhill went down. Right?
Yeah.
Nope. I
I
took
went
no
down.
damage in that last fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and Randall took no damage.
Yeah, ranged. Makes
Oh,
sense.
it was you that I saved. You went down.
Yeah, I definitely didn't need any save.
Right. I forgot. I saved somebody.
So Corhill, right?
I did go down at some point, yeah.
Oh, you did, yeah, 100%.
Okay. And I'm to assume that everyone with us is going to assist us in battle.
Last week was a bit of a special event, so I added the NPCs, but just so that the turns don't take too long, I'll probably not include the NPCs this time.
Yeah, they have grocery shopping to do. They've been away from home for a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
The village is in lockdown.
Perfect. So as people are planning stuff, I'm just kind of cleaning myself up, and I call Corhill over.
What's up?
Hey, just I know I have it somewhere. I'm digging into my bag and I pull out a greater potion of healing.
Cheese grated.
I feel like you and I take a lot of the hits, and I think we might need it.
Do you not need it for yourself?
I have one for myself.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And I will mark one off my inventory.
All right.
All right.
So how do you guys approach this?
With your sneaking around, did you find any more efficient ways in, or?
How did we get in last time?
We climbed the wall.
Yeah. You're still not in the city, however, so getting into the city might be more complicated.
Climb the wall.
Right.
The walls are slightly different on the outskirts of Belkarth. They're with their technology, they've made their walls a bit harder to climb unless you use spells, which you have, Finn. But I'm not sure about the rest of the party.
I can just climb up walls.
Yeah, Sky could fly pretty much.
Not fly, I can just literally walk up walls.
These are magic walls.
How high are the walls?
They're about 80 feet or so. They're monstrosity walls.
Wow.
Monument walls, dude. Holy shit.
You ever see Attack on Titan? They're pretty much that.
Okay.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
So
Damn, dude.
Wall
I mean,
Maria.
I'm not sure how much rope you guys have, but I could literally just walk up
I
the
don't
wall.
have 80 feet of rope.
I don't have any rope, so this is
Okay.
already good.
I have 50 feet of rope. I don't know. That's
Tie them together.
almost.
I mean, I can turn into an eagle and fly people over the wall.
Let's not make yourself tired before battle.
Well, I'm not that useful in combat. So,
Just goes 2/2 magic
I'm
flute.
almost positive that the type of spells that I use won't be very useful anyway.
Also, I think they'd notice a gigantic eagle.
I mean, I've been eating a lot of salads lately, so I'm not that gigantic.
Crazier things have happened, right?
True.
How many watchtowers are there?
Many. Belkarth is a major city, and you know that their economy and everything is kind of their own, even though they're a part of Valen. They're very much independent. So, in terms of defense, Belkarth is pretty hard to infiltrate.
Shit.
Or we want to be more stealthy. I could just go up the wall. You can connect two types of 50 feet rope together. I can hold it, and then guys can start climbing up.
I'm pretty sure that with all these watchtowers, somebody will notice a group scaling the wall.
Maybe our new friend in the woods might know a way in.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Maybe. If I didn't just scry, I could turn us all into guards.
Or we can see if we can use a sewage system.
I'd rather treat that as a last resort.
Well,
Where? In what direction was our forest friend?
He's towards Belkarth. He has a lodge there, just up on a hill.
How far is that from where we are?
Not very far, maybe a couple 100 feet away.
Oh.
Nobody from around here knows that I'm from the Misfits, right? Because I've never had my regular, I've never shown my actual face before.
You could assume that, yeah.
Then how are you going to introduce yourself? Like how he knows we're from the Misfits. And you're just going to say, I found your lodge. Can you tell me how to get into Belkarth?
hey man, I found your lodge. How do I get here? Oh, okay, thanks, man. See you later.
No, I was thinking about tricking the guards.
Well, you could do that.
Gotcha.
I was just going to be honest with him and say, like, hey, if someone were to
We could pay him.
go unannounced, well, I don't. Maybe he wants coin, but we might be able to talk our way through it.
Well, he might, since he knows the city has gone into madness, he might be
Be more
okay
willing to help.
with somebody from the outside trying to figure things out. And then also, if he wanted to rat us out,
He would have done so
he
already.
would have already done it.
All right. I start making my way to his home.
Okay.
Same.
I'm assuming you all make your way there and pack up your camp and put out the fire.
Pack up a boat in hell.
All right. So as you make your way there, not too long, but you see smoke still spewing from his chimney, presumably still awake. Yeah, you're in front of a lodge, fairly small, but perfect for a single man. You see the light still on inside.
I knock.
All right, a moment goes by and the door swings open. Yes.
Hi. Is Corhill
Yeah, I'll stand behind you and give him a
Okay.
wave.
Hello?
Heard you met our wonderful Corhill here. Um, can I spare some of your time?
Come in. And he opens the door fully.
Oh, beautiful. Fair enough. Great. Thank you.
And inside you see a very humble home. Not many belongings. Quite cramped with the whole group in there. About
I
four.
look at the floor. Is this one of those homes where you have to keep your shoes on? Does he have his shoes on?
He doesn't have his shoes on. The floor is kind of neatly tidied.
Hmm. I stop the party before they trample their muddy, gross feet in, and like point down as I take off my shoes.
He nods. Thank you.
Nice.
May I ask what brings you to my lodge?
Well, I won't beat around the bush. How would we make our way into the city unannounced?
Hard thing to do in these times. Sewers maybe be your safest bet, but no real weak spots, especially with the Spymaster on guard.
And
If you have a
know,
ship, maybe you ought to come in from the bay.
I think
Or-
for a second we have no ships even remotely available where we are, right?
It's you left it in Stonewatch Keep.
Cool. So awesome.
Yeah, you left it hidden, marooned on the beaches of Stonewatch Keep.
That makes sense. Let's say, for example, perhaps the ship is not feasible right now. Sewers be the best bet.
I shouldn't be too much trouble. Keep good maintenance there, so no monsters or things like that. Sneak your way in.
Alright. I was hoping not to go traveling through a sewer. Okay. And, have you gone into the city much?
Not for a couple of days, but chaos in there.
What are we walking into?
Lots of buildings abandoned. Whoever's still there is boarded into their homes. Anyone associated with you guys has been hung.
Oh shit.
Yikes.
He looks visibly upset by that.
You said hung?
Aye. She got whoever she could.
Do you know who?
Not a clue, but judging from their protests, maybe some didn't even have even words to say to you. Whoever she felt helps you in any way.
So she potentially could have killed innocent people in the crossfire.
Aye. It's dark times in Belkarth.
Does she frequent anywhere?
Not for a while. She came back from Stonewatch Keep and's been held up in Sulkire Hold ever since.
I imagine heavily watched.
Haven't been to the keep myself, but she keeps her forces nearby.
All right. The sewer system. Doesn't let out anywhere near.
You could get pretty close. He kind of grabs a parchment paper and begins to paint you a map of the sewer system that leads directly around the area, at least, of Salkar Hold.
Perfect.
There's thick iron bars on the entrance. Can you get through that?
Yes.
All right. And this ought to be your best bet.
Okay. Well. Sounds like we have a plan then. And I look to the rest to see if they're content with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought the
Works for me.
sewers was a good idea.
Whatever you think works best.
We never got his name, did we?
No.
Kind sir. Name.
You cut out, so all I heard was, fine, sir. Name.
Kind sir. What is your name?
Name now.
Alright, I was about to ask, but I opened a beer and it exploded.
Oof.
Yeah, you're gonna make a mess of this guy's house. What are you doing?
He gave me no ale.
So much for keeping the floors clean.
But forget taking the shoes off. No one. That's all going out the window. But
Thank
yes,
you.
what is your name?
What is?
Name.
Hey.
Name's Simon.
Salmon?
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 Samuel?
Fish, senor?
No, actually though, what is it?
Simon.
Simon!
Oh, Simon.
What does he
I
say?
heard
I honestly heard salmon every time. Oh, that's such a good gift. Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna have to pay for that. Okay. Thank you, Simon.
Salmon.
All right. Well, gotta be on your way. Don't want to be hung on the tree of the first men.
Absolutely. Thank you for your help.
And he nods. When this is all over, maybe you ought to come back to the lodge again. But for now, you ought to get out of here.
All but
Absolutely.
get out of here, you're here?
I nod once more as I make my way to my shoes. I'll take a cold ale next time.
And he smirks. I'll hold you to that.
I give him a prayer in Haroshin.
Beautiful language. Thank you.
Give him a pat on the back, and then a quick light jab to the chest.
Caught off guard, he says, "You're quick. Use that agility against the Spymaster."
Oh, don't worry. There's plenty of that where that came from.
All right, so you leave Simon's house, and you make your way to sewer system Simon, able to give you precise directions, and you're able to find it. You do see thick iron bars where the entrance is, as Simon suggested, and you see the sewage leaks into the Toretto Sea. The only entrance would be you'd have to enter through the water, and you see this kind of slimy sewage spewing from the pipe.
Yeah.
How far is it
You're
between
currently
the sewage and the pipe?
right. Well, the sewage is coming from the pipe, but you're currently kind of on the rocks just before the ocean. So you're kind of like looking from the side, but the pipe is kind of in the ridge side. You'd have to climb up. It's maybe 3 feet above sea level.
So I have to climb up in the sewage.
Only way, unless you can fly.
How big is the opening?
I can fly.
The opening is fairly big, but the iron bars make it hard to wedge yourself in between. That being said, Finn, you'd be able to go through just fine.
How big are the spaces in between?
Maybe.
Oh, I can't even see that yet, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to, but
Okay.
Finn, you could shimmy your body in. It'd be a tight squeeze, but doable.
So how far is the entrance of this to the city?
It's relatively close. You're nearing the walls.
Okay, so not far enough where we can make a lot of noise, essentially.
You'd think against that, yeah.
All right. I look to Lord Amir. Hey, buddy, old pal.
Hello.
How do you do against iron bars? Do you have a way of moving that? Oh, someone has heat metal.
How does that work with? Like, I don't think it would melt the metal.
I don't think it'll melt the metal.
But
Tell them
no,
to
it
drop
wouldn't melt. But would we be able to,
Soften it?
so yeah, like create a wider opening? I'm not saying break it. I'm saying big enough to fit our fat asses in.
Are you talking about my fat ass?
Yeah,
That's rude.
looking at you.
That's rude. I've been trying to thin down, damn it.
I asked Finn. It's his spell, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Have you tried that before? I'm assuming you have. You created the spell, right?
Indeed. It works.
Could you
But-
soften metal?
Sometimes it depends on the metal, what compounds
iron.
make it.
Iron metal.
Give it a shot. Iron's usually... It'll bend, hopefully. But we really needed to break unless we could fit through. Let's
Yeah,
give it a shot.
There's not much I can do besides break it and make a lot of noise.
So I'll wedge Storm's End in between the bars that he's heating, just as a way to like push them open or wider at least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna basically heat metal the bar that hopefully will bend.
All
Let's see
right.
what happens.
Are you just using the base level spell slot?
Fuck no. I'm going for gold here.
So question.
Mm-hmm.
So normally, if you're trying to bend iron with heat, it would normally either like slowly do it,
Mm-hmm.
or depending on it, it could crumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it breaks or crumbles if it's not the right type.
Right.
So, if it's not working, could I, since we're by a water source, could I use like a colder temperature to try to crack it?
Yeah. If that's the plan you're going with, yeah, you could try that.
Well, I'm only going to do it if it doesn't work, because I would rather not go in sewage right now, but...
Gotcha.
Indeed.
All right.
As most would.
So I tell Finn, I have a plan if that doesn't work.
Okay. So you begin to heat metal. What level of spell slot are you using?
I'm gonna use that as a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
So it would do 3d8 damage to the metal.
Okay. So you could roll that now.
Cool.
I start prying now.
Okay.
Yeah, big damage, no whammy.
I'd say with the irritation from storms and it being a celestial weapon and Finn's powerful magic, I'd say with that you're able to kind of bend the bars enough for you to enter. That being said, Corhill, are you when you throw Storm's End in, you lose the ability to fly, and you plummet into the sea.
Oh, gotcha. I was just like having it pried, like lodged in between the bars and prying it open.
Oh, you're not throwing, you're just using it like a crowbar.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you. Okay. So you get it open, though Corhill is a bit stinky for the time being.
Oh, are we all wearing our weird hats?
If you didn't take it off, yeah.
I'm still wearing mine.
I don't have one.
Well, hat.
I don't think we ever took them off.
No wonder that guy recognized me.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Honestly, they don't need attunement, so it's almost like you almost want to have it on all the time.
Except for the part where I can't cast message, but
Yeah, there's that.
Corhill.
Who?
Corhill.
Dude, I don't hear anything because I have the helmet on, right?
No, I'm not casting message. I'm literally
Oh, you're just
like a cat.
what's up?
Let me up there.
God damn it! All right.
At the better part of the morning, removing my blood-stained body.
All right, I'll fly Thea up there. You know I'm dirty though too, right?
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, were you in the sewer?
Yeah,
Did you drop into it?
I had to be in it to get it open.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'd rather be mildly
Secondhand
dirty.
dirty.
Yeah, like dirty by proxy, not fully.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, I'll fly Thea up.
Yes,
Okay.
that's better.
As he brings you to the pipe, you feel and hear kind of this. Your boots sink maybe about like 2-3 inches into the sewage. And you hear,
Does anybody have prestidigitation?
No.
Oh,
can you just keep casting it on the sewer?
well, I mean for afterwards. Otherwise, we're just gonna poop all over us. Well, Lord Lemire doesn't like the idea of that, so he's gonna turn into a regular-sized owl, so he doesn't have to touch any of the sewer.
Okay. All right. Does anyone else have anything like that to avoid plunging your boots into the sewage water? If not, it's fine.
I don't know if it counts, but it says on armored movement agreement that I could walk across liquids. That being said, like, would it? I mean, my foot doesn't plunge in it. I just walk in it like it would.
You just
Naruto.
have poop on the soles,
Yeah.
not on the...
In
It's
Like
order,
a Jesus moment, I guess.
you wouldn't be able to like walk, but like you,
Like, can I like walk on water? Well,
How
like,
I interpret it is you kind of Naruto run and like you use the momentum of your speed to be able to like.
Yeah, you wouldn't like casually walk.
Wait, so that means you're gonna spray everybody behind you with food?
Oh
So-
my god.
I would do it to avoid being in, like, knee deep in sludge.
All right, so as Thea's the first person to be put into the
Oh, you
sewer,
fucking cunt.
you look down uneasy at the sewage at your boots. To make matters worse, Sky begins to run across the pipeline, and you kind of get the backlash of the sewage as it sprays across your body.
As a reaction,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my shape water.
Oh no!
Pull every water and sewage muck that's in a 5-foot cube, and drop it on top of Sky's head.
Oh no!
On whose head?
Sky.
Sky,
Oh, this is
Can
good.
I outrun the move? Can I outrun it?
it's instant.
Oh, this is getting really good. You know what this reminds me of? Arthur time.
Can I dodge it?
Make an acrobatics check
So
against Thea's Arcana check.
Seeing all this, I'm going to turn into an owl, and I'm just gonna fly over the wall and go to where the sewer, like go into one of the sewer things in there.
Laurel Nor, take me with you. No, I
I'm
don't
a
wanna-
regular-sized owl, though.
Okay. While we're resolving the Sky versus Thea thing,
Oh god.
Laura Lemire, you're able to fly above the walls
Oh,
and you see that the walls are well guarded.
Does
They pay
anybody
you no
else-
attention as you're just a regular owl, but they do spot you. And you kind of are like, oh shit, like maybe I should act like a regular owl. So you kind of nonchalantly just like land on roofs here and there and begin to continue flying to your friends.
Okay.
But they don't pay you any mind after that.
All right. And are there any guards patrolling on the inside of the city?
There's no human guards, but you see mechs walking around. You're familiar with these as they've been here since your first visit to Belkar.
Okay. I'm gonna try before I go to where the sewer, like the first sewer on the inside of the city. I'm going to just scope out and see what the most clear area to the castle is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Belkar being a pretty big city, you fly for maybe 15 minutes until you reach around Salkire Hold. You see many exits from the sewer, though you remember that Simon illustrated a map to the closest entry point of Salkire Hold.
Oh, okay. I was AFK for that.
Yeah, Simon says to enter here.
Okay, so I would just wait for them there and just be on the lookout to make sure that nobody is going to be around. And I would like who loudly if there's guards coming by.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. To resolve Sky versus Thea. Sky, what'd you get for acrobatics?
I got 10.
Okay. Thea sent me her roll as a direct message, but she got 18. So as you're running across Naruto style, you randomly feel a quick splash of water above your head, which doesn't strike you as odd at first, but you do smell something
Oh no.
repulsive, and you look around, and in your state of shock, you look up and you see Thea trudging along in the sewers, and you have the realization that she sprayed you with some of the sewer juice.
Gross.
So much for stealthing.
Well, I mean, you're nothing loud.
Oh
What?
no, I mean like if we're trying to stealth inside the keep, everybody's gonna be like, "What smells like shit?"
What's that smell?
Yeah, you're also muted.
Pants again?
Oh, you're also muted. Too much shit.
Randy, did you shit your pants again?
Fucking Randy.
Luckily, I have my hellhound puppy making it act like incense. You can burn some of their stuff off.
That's gonna be worse.
I don't
gonna
think
be-
incense
No,
is
It's
gonna
gonna smell
cover
like
that.
burning shit now.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
God.
No match will ever mask the smell of a hot shit.
What if it's an IKEA candle? Those are pretty. Those smell
No,
pretty nice.
dude. Oh my. Oh.
Well, can't
boy.
Finn purify food and water?
Yeah.
A city's worth of poop.
I was gonna say not at that level.
I think
Not
what's
to that
on your
extent.
body's right, like when you get out, isn't so much liquid as it is excrement. So I don't know if you could purify poop.
I mean, it might turn the pee into water, but the poop is poop.
Yeah, the poop is poop.
Yeah, you can't turn the poop back into a hamburger.
No. Damn, dude.
I
Lord
could water
Lemire-
walk.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Lemire, one thing I will mention is when you're flying over the city, you're able to see a large tree in the center of the city, of the market, of the market district.
Does it have similar features as the world tree they spent time with?
Not necessarily, other than that they're two massive. Well, sorry, the tree that I'm assuming you're talking about Ella.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ella's still quite small, but this tree is massive. It's quite an old tree. It's a tree that rises well above any of the buildings in the surrounding area, at least. And it has branches that kind of droop towards ground level. You notice from your fly through many bodies still hung up on the tree, despite the time that has passed.
There's many bodies on it
Mm-hmm.
of like people, like citizens or like soldiers.
You can't tell from your distance up in the air, but you see them hung by rope.
Oh.
Do I recognize any of these people?
You're still in the sewer.
Oh.
Lord Lemire kind of flew above.
Oh, right. Sorry, I
As an
forgot he's
owl.
an owl.
Yeah, that's all good. All right, so you guys trudge along in the sewer system,
Mm-hmm.
and before long, you climb a ladder into back into Belkarth.
Would you say I'm so freaking fast that I'm able to kind of be so fast to get the sewage off me?
What's
Are
the
you-
speed that
are
you're
you
able
moving
to
at-
move?
Are you moving at the speed of
So
light?
you're not moving at the speed of light here.
At least get some of it off me.
No, it'd be a far reach to say that you get any excrement off, but I mean, at least you're not walking through it, so the smell kind of doesn't subside really, but it's not as ripe.
Guy is the Flash.
That's fine.
So apparently owls do not have a sense of smell.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So I might just stay an owl for the rest of the night.
All right, so you stand in front of Solkire Hold.
I try to shake this stuff off me.
I stand very far back.
So like a dog, you kind of like shake yourself, see if anything leaves you. And while some excrement does leave you, you still reek.
Ew. Okay. I'm going to open up my water skin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast the Shape Water cantrip again.
Mm-hmm.
And try to use the clean water to remove any shit that is on my body.
Yeah, I'd say with the Shape Water spell, you're able to get rid of the excrement that's kind of stuck to your body. However, same thing with Sky. You're not really able to get rid of the smell.
That's fine. At least I don't have shit
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna also try to use my water skin and just get off some of the crap.
All right.
I will also do that, and then take out one of my soaps and have at it with my body.
You're gonna be so itchy. How are you gonna rinse it?
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want to like get this stuff off me. I'll just make a lather.
All right. So you exit out of the sewers, and you begin doing this. So you're wide in the open.
I would go hoo hoo in like a hidden area.
Okay. All right. So you spend 10 minutes or so trying to give yourself a water skin bath. Well, you're able to scrub yourself, and the smell of whatever the scent of the soap is still, you find yourself a bit itchy for a
You've
while.
given yourself eczema.
Yeah. However, at least the smell has kind of subsided for the most part, for at least you, Sky. The smell of your friends, however, kind of overpowers the smell of your soap. And you're still relatively near Salkire Hold. How do you want to approach?
I grab an incense from my bag.
Okay.
And I light it off of my pup. And I just hold it up, like taking deep breaths.
Laura Lemire, you can make a perception check for me.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You notice that Sky begins to light an incense.
Hold on. I want to see if I have advantage.
How?
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice.
Oops. Oh, much better.
Yeah, you're able to discern that, but you're not able to see anything else that might be happening.
From where we are compared to where the keep would be, how far is it?
You're within like 50 feet. You're relatively close. The exit of the sewer is it's just outside.
Okay. Well, if they don't see us, they're gonna certainly smell us.
Indeed.
I have 5 incense.
That's not gonna work. Then we're just gonna smell like fucking incense.
Shitty incense.
I look at. Is there
Hold on, before we get too crazy, can everybody check how many, like all the spellcasters, can you check how many cantrips you have and make sure that when you leveled, you didn't learn a new cantrip? Because there's a cantrip to like remove all mess from people.
Good question. Let me see. Oh, I have one. It's a cantrip called Remove Shit.
Well, it's technically called
Prestidigitation.
prestidigitation, and it's basically exactly that.
AKA remove shit.
Remove shit.
What's it called again?
Prestidigitation.
I got it.
Oh, you have it?
Fucking kidding me, I do.
Wait.
You've had it this whole time, and we're just sitting here covered in shit.
Well, I don't know.
cast it on every single one of us
I was
right
in
now?
a shitty spot, okay? I couldn't do everything.
Shitty spot.
Wait, so you chose that as a cantrip and you didn't
No,
remember that you have it?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. It's on my list, but I haven't chose it as a cantrip.
Oh.
I just.
Oh, I see.
So it's like you can look at it, and then I just can't use it.
Oh, I see.
So we just get to know that I could have had it at any point.
Oh,
Yeah, we all could have had it, but nobody thought we were going to be running through sewers.
That's one of
Actually-
those cantrips that, like, honestly, like, whenever I had a class that had the option to take it, I was like, someone else definitely has this.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
one person always had it.
oh, I
Yeah.
do actually learn one more cantrip.
Let me check mine. Just to make sure. What level are we again?
But-
We're-
We're level 9. I don't learn one until level 10.
But, oh, that's not a 5.
Cantrips. Nope. I need one more level to learn another cantrip. How
It sucks
quickly
because
can
I
we
took
change-
all these cantrips and I don't use them, so I really wish I had prestidigitation.
Mm.
Like since you started as your character.
Yeah, like I don't think I've ever used Mage Hand or Dancing Lights. Actually, or Message. Actually, I've used Mage Hand once.
I've only used my cantrip to launch firebolts at our allies.
Yeah, nah. Didn't get anything for it.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
very cute puppy.
Is that Paco?
It's Chappy.
Chappy? Because I don't know.
It's past bedtime. So
It's past his
but
bedtime.
he doesn't wanna go to bed alone, so he came to my door.
Oh, that's
Aw.
so cute.
We'll just say that Ildrea was distracted at some point.
You ask every time, and the answer is no.
So,
Or
did-
Paco
is,
with Chihuahua.
so is the
What?
conclusion no spellcaster has precipitation?
I'm seeing if I can actually learn it.
He's Mexican. There you go.
Ah, it is a warlock spell. Sick.
I'm pretty sure most spellcasters can use
I
it.
was just making sure.
I know. I'm just saying that as a fun fact.
I take it
Okay.
and I clean everyone except
Cool.
Eve. No, Sky, because she sprayed poop on me.
You can create.
So I leave her itchy.
You can create
I'm
a
already
faint
clean
odd
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Clean.
You're clean. I just leave you itchy.
odor.
Clean, but itchy and smelly.
No, I'm a smellless.
Didn't Brendan say that you still smelt?
No, because I use the soap.
She's just
How much
itchy.
soap do you have? You must have like run out in every.
No, I have a lot of soap.
No,
In
the
every campaign.
If you think Sky has a lot of soap, you should have seen Renee as she robbed a bathhouse.
I think every
Dragon Ball
single one of
soap.
her characters has robbed some soap from somewhere.
Girl doesn't like to stink. It worked out for this very reason.
And it's
Okay.
also funny that this is a similar situation to armpit time for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very true. All right.
All right.
So you, Thea, you remember suddenly that you have a spell that could help in this situation.
And I immediately use it.
Okay, I'm assuming you're using it on everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you're in front of Solkire Hold. You remember the walls well, the gate well, and the castle as well. That being said, how do you want to approach it?
Shall we try to go stealthy, maybe above?
I look for patrollers.
Mm-hmm. You see a group of maybe 12 men carrying, one of them at the head carrying a torch, and they're kind of walking around along the main road that connects to the gate of the keep. You see above as well, the walls are well manned and well guarded. Nothing like how the walls were kind of patrolled by 1 to 2 guards during the wedding. You know now that the fortress is kind of fortified. You do also see, sorry, that there appears to be a merchant atop a cart with a couple of horses that's heading in that direction.
Does he have any banners or anything that would identify him?
No banners or anything like that, but he has a hefty cart.
Does he look like he's running away or just there?
Not running away, but he's seemingly heading in the direction of the keep.
I take off my my helmet and put it in my bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
And how far is he from me?
Maybe 30 feet or so. He's just ahead of you.
Oh, okay. Since I don't want to yell, I'm gonna use message and say, "Hey, sir, you looking for a sale?"
Oh
Huh?
my god.
Oh no.
Is it
it's
Anthony?
Fuck. Just behind.
And you see him quickly whip around. This frail old man with a long nose. He kind of turns around. And what'd you say?
Oh, I'm assuming you're here to sell goods, no?
Fruits, meats, seeds, if you want to grow your own fruit.
Oh, wow. Are you heading into? And I point to the keep.
Yes, I'm gonna try to.
Have you done that before?
Yes, before the wedding.
And
I
they
would surrender.
let you in with no problem?
Yes, I said my goods are from Ox Crossing.
Ox Crossing?
Yeah. That's where I'm from.
I rummage through my bag and pull out my fancy robe from Ox Crossing and pop it on. I'm quite familiar from there too.
Ah, you won the monster hunt. Yes. Quite strong you are.
Sure am. Now, how long have you been in this city?
Maybe a day or so. Traveled through Tarbeck. Sold some seeds there, but still got plenty of meat.
Okay. I look into his caravan, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
How spacey is it?
They could fit the group in.
Perfect. What's your name?
Saul.
Saul.
Out of game. Have we come across Saul before?
No, I've never seen him.
Okay.
Sounds like the kind of guy you call when you got a problem.
Yeah.
Better call him.
Better call Saul.
Better call Saul.
Saul, how much product do you have here?
Many. Would you like?
Now is that metric much many or
Much
imperial?
many. Yes.
What is the unit of measurement in bear cubs? How many bear cubs of product do you have?
6 kilos.
Yes, maybe. Yes.
Now, how much of this much many would you say is much many?
4
Much
skids.
many. Yes. Wait a minute. And you see him start to lick his lips. Wait. And he points to Lori Lemire. You. Smells. And he starts sniffing the air.
Like shit.
I'm still an owl, by the way.
Your owl. So
Yes.
fancy. Smells like calamere.
This is my owl from Calamere.
Yes, this is one at the bottom. Yes.
He says, yes, yes. I'll trade you
Trade
for the owl.
Trade me all the stuff.
Deal.
Doll.
How about this? Sneak us in. And you can have an owl. You can have an owl.
That owl. That owl. Smells of calamere. Smells of fancy fruits.
Do you like fancy fruits? Is that what you want this owl?
Are
you going to eat this owl?
No, no. I sell owl.
Ah, okay.
Makes total sense now.
Perfect. So I'm gonna just hide behind some fruit, and you're gonna lie to them.
Yep.
Because we're not gonna be in your caravan. And then you get owl.
Yes, not in caravan, but get owl.
Yep.
So, if the patrollers say, do you have anyone with you?
Just owl. Just owl.
Okay.
Come here, owl.
I'll fly onto his shoulder.
Yes, yes, and he starts petting you.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Kind of frail old pets.
Oh, it's really sad.
frail old pets are still pets.
I start shuffling everyone in and trying to, before I go hiding, I try to, like, if they were to open up the back of the caravan to make sure that no one is in sight. And then I go and hide myself.
Okay.
Ah, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Oh gosh.
That makes me feel
Ugh, I
bad.
cringed a bit.
Like it gives me a very visceral reaction.
I imagine that's what he's like, though.
I remember watching that movie at Anthony's place with Anthony's mom, and I felt pretty uncomfortable.
Alright. As you get snuck in, I think that's where we'll end the session and continue next week. For one more final session.
Final version 2.
Yeah.
It's the final.
This is freaking. This is Kingdom Hearts Final version 3 final version
Remix.
2 final 1 remix. Yeah.
3.6.
Yes.
HD.
HD.
2.5.
Deleted scenes, extra content.
Yeah.
EA download.
Oh god, if EA is involved, you have no more money.